it's 2022, COVID is still a thing, I'm pregnant, and there's still lots more board games to play. So let's dive into Best Board Games for Couples, Part 3. Hey everybody, what is up? My name is Mackenzie.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are husband and wife, and we'd like to welcome you to TerreDice.
And you may not have noticed because the paint is the exact same color, but we have moved today. Yesterday and today we've been moving all day, but yes, we are here.
Yes, if you can see my perspective, we're surrounded by boxes, but we are here. We really wanted to bring this video to you guys today because since Part Couples Part 1 and Best Board Games Part 2, we've been scouring the universe to find you another set of 10 that are just as worthy of all those games.
Yes, and not just scouring, we have been playing these games. We probably played like 20 games that at some point we're like, this could be on this list.
Yes.
But we have 10.
Always on the lookout, so let's dive in. But before we get started, the order of this is rated on weight of complexity according to Board Game Geek. So we're just gonna start with the easiest and work our way toward the hardest. So let's go.
Alrighty, first up on our list is Azul. This is an abstract tile-laying game. It's part of a universe of games. Summer Pavilion is my favorite in the series. You got these diamond-shaped tiles and you're laying this sort of star-shaped pavilion. And it's a really cool drafting game where you're gonna be picking tiles from the center and you're picking them from these little plates and it's making a general supply. And at the end of each round, you're gonna cash them in for big points on each of these different stars with different patterns.
Yes, exactly.
Really, really cool game. There's a bunch of other games. The original Azul is also super fun. You got square tiles. And then most recently, we had Queen's Garden, which is all hex tiles. So they're all fun games with a really, really great simple rule set.
All right, coming in at number 2, we have Shobu. Now this is specifically a 2-player game only and it is an abstract-like chess game where you are playing on 4 boards and your object is to get all of the opponent's stones off one of the boards.
Yes, so 2 of the boards are in your color and 2 of the boards are in your opponent's color. And you're gonna start each turn by moving passively on your own board where you won't touch any other stones. Then you get to move actively on the opponent's board, where you can push their stones off the board, and that's how you win, is by knocking them all off.
Yeah, but where the trick is, you have to do the same move that you did on your passive board that you do on your active board, and that's where it gets tricky. Yeah. And what I love about this game is absolutely gorgeous. We always love to include a chess-like game on one of these lists, and it looks beautiful. It's a simple design, and it would look great all year round, just sitting on the table. You can just sit down and play a game of Shobu.
All right. Number 3, we're cheating. We got a 2-pack. This is Ceasar and Blitzkrieg. They're both games by Paolo Mori and they're both these little battle games. So Blitzkrieg is a tug of war game where you're operating in the different theaters of war and trying to win. Caesar is an area control game where you're trying to take over all of Italy and Rome and everything. Now, both of these games are awesome. The coolest thing about them, their subtitle is in 20 minutes. So we got World War II in 20 minutes and we got Seize Rome in 20 minutes.
It really is 20 minutes or sometimes less.
We're talking 20 minutes with setup. So this is like 12, 14, 15 minutes to actually play the game. Now, the art is not the most beautiful. It's gonna be hard to pull you in if you love just like gorgeous art, but the gameplay is super crunchy and super fun, quick to learn. These are also games that we never forget the rules to, which I love having games that I don't have to refer to the rules every time I pull them out. So nice simple rule set that works really, really well.
All right, coming in at number 4, we have a series and that is Unmatched.
Unmatched!
Yes, so this is your classic battle game, head-to-head.
Minis on a board.
Yeah, but fighting. You are playing a bunch of classic characters in the mashup of your dreams. Like, these are never gonna happen in real life, but they happen in Unmatched, and it's very cool.
Yes, so Unmatched is a battle system game. It's actually based off a Star Wars game from forever ago. On each of your turns, you're gonna play cards, you're gonna move around the board, and sometimes you will attack and defend. So when you play an attack card, they can defend against it, and stuff happens based off that. Now, we talked about pop culture. This is the Cobble and Fog version of Unmatched, which gives you Invisible Man, Dracula, Jekyll and Hyde, and Sherlock Holmes. It's all your like British kind of fun characters. They also have a bunch of characters in pop culture, like we have the Velociraptors from Jurassic Park, and most recently, I'm very excited about this. We have all of the Marvel expansions with Daredevil and Moon Knight, and these are super, super fun.
Yeah, but one of the things that's great about Unmatched is that they can all be played against each other. Like Daredevil can play against Sherlock Holmes. So that's what I'm talking about, like the mashup of your dreams. Like you can literally pick any of these characters and battle it out on the board together.
Number 5 on our list is Land vs. Sea. Now this was a game that we loved this past year. If you saw the review for this, we raved about it. Now it is sort of like Carcassonne on steroids.
Yeah.
It is a tile laying game, but hexes. And you're trying to connect land formations and
one person's
sea
land,
formations.
one person's sea.
Yep. Now, surprisingly, this also has a great 3 and 4 player mode, so you're going to want to check those out too. But at 2 players, this is really crunchy. You're also fighting for mountain ranges and caravans and coral and all this other good stuff.
If you're playing land, you actually get the other person's points if you close off their sea. So you're encouraged to like close off them as well.
Very, very cool gameplay. Alrighty, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to tell you about our game, Bark Avenue.
Shameless plug.
Yes, this is a dog walking game on the streets of New York where you are in Manhattan trying to walk dogs to make the most money.
Yep.
Now you're going to be balancing multiple dogs at once, a lot of hand management, and you're going to be trying to optimize that route so you can pick up and deliver these dogs and get them fetched and water and having all sorts of fun.
So this game is coming to Kickstarter on May 24th, 2022. So if you're watching this during this time of filming, it is coming out this coming Tuesday at 9 a.m. over on Kickstarter, and it will be running for 21 days, so in June 14th. And we really need your guys' help to help bring Bark Avenue to life. The creation of the product is done. We've been working on it for 2.5 years, and we're really, really happy with this. We have a whole team behind us helping us bring the art and the dogs to life, and we really made it as thematic as possible so you feel like you are a New York dog walker. But we need your guys' help in order to make this reality and to get it into your guys' hands.
Yes, so please check us out on Kickstarter. Let us know what you think. We would love to have your support and love to get this game into your homes.
I'm leaving a link down below where you can click on it and go follow our page, and it will notify you when we go live this coming Tuesday. And we hope to see you guys there. Coming in at number 6, we have the Rocketeer Fate of the Future. Now, this is based on the Disney movie that came out in 1991. And it is a highly thematic game done by Prospero Hall and Funko Games, and this theming is out of this world. If you've seen this movie, it's gonna blow your mind with the game mechanics.
My jaw dropped during this.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So the game takes place at the end of the movie, at the finale, and one person's gonna be playing as the 3 bad guys, and one person's gonna be playing as the 3 good guys, and you're battling it out to see who can win the most finale cards.
Yes, so you're moving from location to location, doing these sort of local actions, and you also have the plans, which are hidden with one of your people, and there's sort of this fun tug of war to try to get those plans.
Yes. Yeah. Now, this game did win Game of the Year at Gen Con in 2021, so it is great. And we did do a full review of this, so if you want to go check it out in more detail, I'll leave a link right up here. You can click on that, and you can hear more about the Rocketeer Fate of the Future.
All right, coming in at number 7, because Mackenzie wouldn't let me put this at number 1, despite our ranking system. This is my baby. This is Paris, La Cité de la Lumière.
I thought this was your baby.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my baby too. All right, but Paris is an awesome 2-player game where you are drafting tiles while you are building out the electrical grid of Paris, and then you are laying your tiles to like connect your buildings and try to, get a big grouping of buildings, try to put your little chimneys on to get lots of points. You want your buildings surrounded by lampposts, so that is like how you score.
You want to light up Paris.
Yes. Now, in addition to lighting up your city, you also have all these little sort of like bonus action things. Now, there is an expansion, which is the Eiffel expansion, which gives you tons of extra options in terms of those extra actions and things you can do. We love this combo. This is a great game. My favorite 2-player game in the past year, easily. This is awesome.
Yeah. Coming in at number 8, we have Exit the Game.
Yes!
Which we don't have because when I explain it to you, we have Friendly recycled it, because this game is a one-time use and it comes in a large series of games. So this is an escape room in a box. So,
oh my gosh, it's so cool. So you open up this box and it gives you a little journal that says, stop, read me. And you kind of work through it. There's these riddle cards and then these answer cards. Now what's so cool about this, when I heard exit, escape room in a game, I was like, yeah, maybe it'll work. But what's really cool about the system is it gives you sort of a couple indicators of like if you have the right answer. So you're like, I think that this riddle means that this is this and this is door number 24. And you go to it and it says, nope, that's not it. And then you're like, well, at least I didn't see the real answer. So it does a really good job at not spoiling things for you. Yeah. It is very hard to like actually get the real answers.
Yeah, and now you can play this with lots of people, but we really enjoyed this at 2-player because I think it works as a really good date night game because you can work it and solve it together because you're working it together. And so we are ranking it in this position because of one of the games I looked at. But we played 3. It comes in a large variety. So it's like easy, normal, hard, very hard. There's like different rankings
it gets hard.
of it. Yeah, so you can really pick the game that you feel that is good for your level of playing or feel like good for your partner. But they really change it up. Like we played several versions of Exit, all completely different, which I
would say
loved.
A fantastic one to start with is Abandoned Cabin. Yeah.
So we did a full review on Exit, noticing a pattern here. So you can watch a full review of this to see if it is something you want to add to your collection.
Alrighty, and next up we have
That Time You Killed Me.
And That Time You Killed Me. You are time travelers, and one of you is the true inventor of time travel, and you're traveling through time trying to kill the other person. So it is this fun game. Now it's an abstract game. You got the past, the present, and the future, and you're making changes to the world that sort of is affecting everything upstream. So it's really cool. So you have your pawns and you're trying to push people off the map, you're trying to squish people, a bit chess-like. Now in addition to that, there are these various different modules. The very first one you're going to open up is life and growth. You are planting seeds that become bushes, that become trees, and you can topple over those trees and push people into the bushes, and you can cause paradoxes, and if you get 2 of the same person's pawns to meet, it causes a paradox and they both get destroyed. It's this super fun, really, what I loved most, I think, was actually just the rule book, because the story that it tells as you're going through it, it's so funny.
Last on our list is Terraforming Mars, and we also have Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition. Now, this is kind of what it sounds like. You are terraforming Mars. So each player is basically a CEO of a company, and you are trying to take over Mars and get it to the right balance of oxygen and the weather and make sure there's enough water on this planet so you can actually survive and start your thriving business. And each person has a different way of doing this.
So Terraforming Mars has been a really fun game that we've loved for many years.
Very popular in board game world.
The very first time we played it, we're like, that was good. And it's not always that we both just love it the first time, but we really did. We've played it a bunch of times since. Now, Terraforming Mars is the longer form game where you are actually working on a big board and you're like putting down cities and forests and all this stuff. And it's a lot more involved. There's awards and this sort of like end game scoring that you get. Now, it's mostly about tableau building, about building out cards in front of you that are used to get you those terraforming points. But then...
Yeah, Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition is basically a newer version that they've come out with, which is a simpler version of Terraforming Mars. It has the same basic heart to it and the same basic soul, but it's just they took out some of the extra layers and really got to the core of Terraforming Mars.
Yeah, they stripped it down for parts, and now it's just tableau building, and you're still doing the terraforming and getting points, but there's no like sort of big main board where that's happening.
And so they both work really well at 2-player, but which one you want to get, I would say, so this one is the simpler version. So if you're thinking you and your partner, you're like, I just want like the basic game. I don't think I need to add all that extra stuff, that I would go with Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition. But if this theme sounds really cool to you and then you think you could get hooked on it, then I would go ahead and invest in the full version of the game, because I think you're really going to like it.
Yeah, 1 hour. 2.5 hours with a lot more stuff going on.
It really just depends on your commitment level and what you think you're going to get out of Terraforming Mars. But highly recommend this as a 2-player game. All right, everyone, and that is the Best Board Games for Couples Part 3. Yes, so go and watch the other 2 if you want some more suggestions. And then if you know of any more, we will do a Part 4. Leave down below. We will love to play them. As a reminder, our game, Bark Avenue, is coming to Kickstarter May 24th. At the time of filming, this coming Tuesday. And we would love your guys' support. So make sure to go check that out. But as always, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can know whenever we put out a new video. And we'll see you next time. Happy playing!